Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today I have your weekly preview for the week of March 3rd, 2025. A lot of info to go over this week, so buckle in. We got the calendar, we got the update is coming soon, Guild Wars is the end of the month, new Mythic this week, all kinds of stuff, so yeah, buckle in. You know I'll be going over, though, the Soulforge, event key drop table, Glory Shop, any, teams that I got for Underspire, Epic Trials. I already have a raid video out there, so if you want to check it out for me, that'd be great. I'd really appreciate it. 3 teams on there, high, mid, and low for the raid event, the guild event for the week. Alright, so let's get into it here. Totally killing it. New ultra rare troop, Clay Fiend. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Raid boss, help your guild close the portals this week. Use troops from a kingdom, Hellcrag, and daily battles to defeat the raid boss. Got a video on that. Go check it out, please. Obsidian depths earn extra faction rewards in this event. A great chance to earn extra chaos shards in progress. So I'm gonna go over this, but not super in depth anymore. But I got you. Same with the class event. Same with the Underspire and yada yada. All right, Crown of the Decaying Queen ends in 33 days. Week of Hellcrag, all Hellcrag troops gain 10% to skills. Week of Constructs, all Constructs gain 10% to their skills. And bonus glory, use the Clay Fiend in PvP to gain 5 glory. Alright, let's go to that Soulforge. That's what I always do first. Maybe we'll go over the calendar real quick. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'll just go over what we got. I don't know. Let's do Soulforge. We gotta keep it moving here. Come on. Troops. What kind of mythics do we have? Let's look at the dragon first. We got Meteoridon. So Meteoridon is a cosmic dragon, so it does make up Stellarix. So if you need that dragon for Stellarix, and it's one of your last couple, there it is. Alright, as far as the mythics go, we have Kronos, the Void Dragon. Draculus. And Umanath. If you have a different set of mythics, put them in the comments. I'll try to rank them for you. But this week, Umanath is not the best. Draculus is okay. Void Dragon's pretty good. I would say Void Dragon's probably first this week. It's not a top 10 or anything like that, but it's a really good dragon. It's probably a top 10 dragon. 24 blue, purple, brown, midnight, demon dragon. Deal damage to all enemies boosted by blue and purple gems. Create 9 to 13 purple gems. It's pretty good. You can get it looping. Maybe use like the blue or the purple shovel weapon, La Raza, and then like Thrall or Leprechaun, and it's pretty decent. Loopy dragon. It's up there. I mean, I said it's one of the top 10 dragons, and we have a lot of good dragons in the game, so that says a lot about it. Kronos would be next. I do use Kronos sometimes for like Mystic Restriction or Drifting Sands Restriction. It's not too bad. 24 green, red, purple, Drifting Sands, Mystic. Deal damage to all enemies, then convert all blue gems to Hourglass gems. Enchant all allies when I get an extra turn. So solid mythic. B+, something like that. Next up we got Umanath or Draculus. Draculus would definitely be number 3. It's pretty easy this week. Void Dragon's the best. And then you got, what's the other one? I already forgot. Void Dragon's the best, and then Kronos, and then, like, it's pretty easy. Like, I'm very confident in these rankings here. Draculus is 3rd, 20, blue, green, red, Galvania, undead, steal life from all enemies. And that's good. I mean, when you pair it with, like, the Ghost Queen and some other undead doing true damage, it's pretty good. When you have an undead restriction, a Galvania restriction, we're not saying to go craft it right now, get the Void Dragon first, but, get Ironhawks first, get High King Irongut first, get Takshaka first, get Pharaoh Khafre first, get Arachnian Weaver first, Tina first. There's lots of stuff to get first, but it's still really good. Alright, and then last and least is Umanath, who isn't even terrible. It's just last this week. 25, green, red, brown, Pride Lands, Divine Rock. I don't think it's ever been first, though. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by all their skills. If the enemy dies, gain 10 attack and create 12 skulls. You know what I say? It's like budget Zul'Goth, but, it's not good enough to use instead of other things. Alright, what about the legendaries? Audible Imp. They've been, like, running through the imps for some reason. Like, I feel like every week has been an imp. Maybe they forgot to do them. Look, we got 2 imps this week. That's weird, right? That almost never happens. So imps really aren't worth crafting unless you're just missing them and it's one of the only legendaries you're missing or something. Spring Imp, Audible Imp, Umberwolf, oldie but kinda goodie, and Firenza. these days, Firenza might be the best thing here. 16 green, purple, Bright Forest Fey. Deal damage to all enemies, boosted by Fairy Fire Gems. Then summon a Summer Night. Create 1 Fairy Fire Gem when my turn begins. So yeah, if you're going to craft any legendaries, it would probably be Firenza as far as, like, usefulness and actually, you know, being a good troop. But Umberwolf used to be good, but, you know, it's got that perpetual Dark Storm, which means it happens every single turn. It never stops being a purple storm. But we don't really use that too much anymore, and we never really used imps. So if you're going to craft anything here as far as troops go, I would say it would have to be the Void Dragon. All right, weapons. Is there anything good here? God's Blood Ruby, you're going to get through the raid event, so don't get it here. Crag Smasher is Crag Poop. We have Obsidian Librum's really good. You'll use this quite a bit. It's kind of like once you get Mountain Crusher, and then once you get Obsidian Librum, you can almost use this anytime you would have used Mountain Crusher. So it has 2 colors on it. Mountain Crusher has 1. Mountain Crusher is awesome, by the way. Mountain Crusher only uses 1 color, though. So Obsidian Librum has a summon, and it uses 2 colors, and it enchants itself. It's really good. So you should get it if you don't have it. What you want to do, though, is get it through the faction event while you're doing the faction event, if you don't have it. So buy up to the weapon in the faction event if you don't have Obsidian Librum, and then make some progress in Obsidian Depths. Stone Seeker, Stone Poop. Watchful Blade's alright. Sometimes you will need these weapons as a tool for your tool belt. Damage for Hellcrag allies, red and brown. Moonstone Trinket. Aegis of Hell Poop. Yep, that's about it. So get the Obsidian Librum, if you can. Collection purposes, not like the most important thing in the world, but up there. It's up there. So it'd be, you know, the Void Dragon. It'd probably be Obsidian Librum, actually, first if you don't have it. But you're going to get it through the faction event, so it doesn't count for the Soulforge. So Void Dragon's still the top thing to get here. So that's the Soulforge. Let me go over this calendar, like, super quick. I'll put on, like, a, I don't know, some sort of fight for you to watch, because I can't bring it up on the screen at the moment. But, maybe we'll do Hellcrag Trials, which I will go over here in a minute. But let me put them on. Okay, the March event calendar. It's there at last. Guild Wars is back on the menu, boys. What about girls? What about the girls? Keep an eye out for our upcoming in-depth blog on Guild Wars. What can you expect on release in 8.4 and what is yet to come over the next few updates and beyond. So I'm more interested in what is to come past Guild Wars because I'm not a big PvP dude because it's not real PvP, it's fake PvP. So yeah, I'm more interested in what they got to say about that, not the actual Guild Wars or the actual update. This week we have raids, of course. This will help us too. What else is going on this week? This week we have raids. I have a video on it, high, mid, low. Boss versus boss. It's a Hellcrag week. Today is Obsidian Depths, the faction event. Get that Obsidian Librum. Tomorrow we have the Grimilkin, or I forget his name. It's the little gargoyle pet. Thursday for the class event, we have Geomancer, which is an important class. It might even be a top 5, top 10 class because it's 50% start for constructs, and there's so many constructs in the game. It's really good this week, for example. And then Friday we have a new mythic. I haven't even looked at it yet, but we'll go over it on Friday. I'll probably make a video. We have a faction expansion this weekend for Hellgate. And Hellgate's really tough, so if you're going for 500, now's the time, because you get double potions, extra stats, you're getting extra rewards. Like, it's a really good time to do Hellgate. It's the hardest one in the game, so get it done this weekend. Next week we have Journey. The week after that we have World Event. And the week after that, the week of the 24th of March, we have Invasion. Next week is a Bright Forest week. The week after that, the week of the 17th, is a Leonis Empire week. The week after that, the 24th, is Karakoth. So, of course, when you have Bright Forest, you have Sunken Fleet, you have a Fairy Pet, you have Hierophant, you have the Vault Event on that weekend of next week. The week after that, Leonis Empire, so of course you have City of Thieves, you have a little cat pet, you got, I think, what is City of Thieves' class? Is that War Priest or something like that? Leonis Empire, War Priest, I think? And then Bounty Event that weekend, the weekend of the 21st. Then the final weekend of March, we have Karakoth week, that means Durgaroth on Tuesday, the little, like, Chalice pet, the Mimic Chalice pet, and then we have Sorcerer class event on the 27th of March, and Guild Wars is coming at the end of this month. So, Kingdom Pass event, Divinion Fields, ending March 2nd. New Mythic for Son of Mirage on the 7th. Expanded Faction in Hell Gate, 7th to the 9th. PvP Season of Chaos, ending on the 10th of March. PvP Season of Night starts on March 10th through May 26th. March 10th through May 26th. Guild Wars starts on the 28th of March and goes through the 31st. The attack restriction is Broken Spire, in case you wanted to know that. More information on what this means will be shared in pre-8.4 update blog, which will be coming soon, I'm sure, if it's not already out. So that's what's coming soon. Let me get out of this fight. We're going to do this one on our own. Turn it off. Where are we at? Retreat. Okay. Should cut this out, right? So that was the Soulforge and the calendar. AKA what else is going on this week. AKA spoilers. Yada yada. Alright. So now let's go to the shop. Check this out. Always get your spoils of war. Clay Fiend is here. 12 blue, brown, Hellcrag construct. Create a mix of 10 brown and decaying gems. Knock the first enemy to the back. Looks like a big nothing burger. But it is coming in with blue and brown trade stones. So if you're saving up your glory, you can go trade all kinds of stuff with blue-brown trade stones there. Arcane Shield trade stones. Let's go check out that. Let's see what we can fully trade with our trade stone that's available right now in the glory shop. Colors, base rarity. I'm going to super skim over this, but, you know, I'll do it off the top of my head. If I see anything super important that you need to fully, like this has 80% spell reduction and 40% skull reduction. That's pretty good. Ironhawk, artillery support. Even the tower has some stuff. 50% skull reduction and vulnerable. Stun a random enemy matching yellow gems. We have a bleed here. We have Mistralis with the enchant all allies on 4 or 5 gem match. Megavore with the instant kill, 8% chance on 4 or 5 gem match. Ferris Ra with the 150% bonus souls from battle. Stonehammer has one of the highest, I think the highest skull reduction in the game, 80%. It's up there at least. Ulor has the Ancient Chill, freeze and fairy fire a random enemy and matching blue gems. Bastigon has a curse, a random enemy matching brown. So you just want to take a look at these and make sure you have them fully traded. This one has stun, a random enemy on 4 or 5 gem match. Even like Forest Troll, you want that 33% skull reduction. Inflict Entangle when doing skull damage, and you're going to use it with like your Truffle Shuffle, which is still a good team for early game. Make sure you have that fully traded. Not Moira, dummy. I always hit Moira. I think she's like empowered or something, but she's not. Anything else? Not really seeing anything that's jumping out at me. So take a look at your legendaries, take a look at your mythics, see if you need this trait stone, and yeah, get it done. Alright, event key drop table is Hellcrag. So let's go check that out. Collection. Kingdoms, Hellcrag. Come on, Hellcrag. Where you at? There it is. Base rarity. Show all. Alright, so we have Srasku you cannot get through event keys. You have to craft it in the Soulforge with power orbs just like Zul'Goth, so don't think you're going to get CT from event keys. What you do have, though, is Grovanga, the Colossus, and Tourmaline. Turtling. I'll try to call it the right name, and Turtling almost came out, so Turtling almost came out, y'all. None of these are really that good. I mean, for this week, like, try to think ahead and don't just think about right now. You know, Turtling and Grovanga you might be using this week. I'm using CT, but I'm also backing them up with like a Grovanga or Turtling. So just because you need it this week doesn't mean you should waste like all your event keys trying to get one of them. Who cares about like kingdom level and power to way later in the game, especially in a kingdom that doesn't give you magic? Like, you should save your keys is what I'm saying. Don't be throwing event keys this week. There's nothing that you can't live without. Chernobog's a good legendary, but you're probably going to get it other ways. Dragonstone Guardian's okay. Obsidian Axis you get in the Underworld. Chalcedony's no longer good. Zenith is alright if you use like a whole team of them, kind of like a Balder, but it's not like worth event keys. Onyx Gargoyle you get in the Underworld. So yeah, there's really like, what's the reason here? You know, there's nothing. You know, the best thing here is probably Chernobog. So do not, I mean, CT's the best, but you can't get it through event keys. So yeah, I would not if you're listening to Sinnycool and you're here watching right now, that means you're able to wait. You actually like me. You're going to listen to what I'm saying. I would say save your event keys. Do not throw them this week. It's not a good week. Save them up. Do a different kingdom. All right, so we already did what else is going on this week via the calendar. So, yeah, I guess I can show you Obsidian Depths. I'm doing Pure Faction, like, right now, and I was trying to decide which way to go. I think you have to go... You have to, like, follow the road, kind of. So we have to go this way. So I said I might as well go to here. So I'll show you the Deathless team, and you can use Deathless for also your high-level team. So this shows multiple people. Then I'll go over a couple teams. I'm not going to show them in battle, but... We used to do that in live streams, but, you know. Thing of the past. So, Essence of Evil, their last slot, or their lowest available. You High King Iron Gut. And you just won't die with this team, because you got so much... You know, the Essence of Evil's tying stuff up, and then the High King Iron Gut's devouring, getting so much stats, and you got instant kills that take them out so quickly that... Am I only on... I think I'm only on level 20. But yeah, this is the team I would recommend. Wish I could show you the team code, but I would have to do like 3 more fights. It's the same old, Deathless. High King Iron Gut, Essence of Evil, Zul'Goth, Leprechaun, Archer class, double blue, green, minus red is what I went with. So this could also go for just doing the event today as your high-level team. Other teams you could use as like a mid or a low or other high-level teams. Let's go down to Obsidian Depths. Remember to get Obsidian Libram, though. And I'm doing Pure Faction here. So here's my Pure Faction team. We got Dark Golem, Obsidian Axis, Onyx Gargoyle. That's what I was using. So Dark Golem explodes a gem, then explodes a random gem for each skull destroyed. So you can blow up all the good Gargoyle gems and all the bad Gargoyle gems you're putting on the board. You need something to do that. Plus he's your tank with the 50% skull reduction. And your mana generator, really. So he's doing like 3 jobs. He's blowing up the Gargoyle gems, he's your tank, and he's your mana generator. Then Obsidian Axis hits all enemies, boosted by Gargoyle gems and stone blocks. 30% chance to create an evil Gargoyle gem. My turn begins. And then Onyx Gargoyle, just because I didn't want 3 Obsidian Axes. Does splash damage, creates 1 to 2 random Gargoyle gems, 50% skull reduction, 25% spell reduction. Just a super solid troop, so covering more colors definitely helps. So this 3 damage dealers with the tank slash mana generator slash Gargoyle gem blower upper. That's what I would recommend. And I have it done, so, you know, see here. That's, yeah, you might use something to, you might use 2 Dark Golems and 2 Obsidian Axes. Like, there's a lot of different ways to do these Pure Factions, but that would be my recommendation right there. So let me retreat from that so I can tell you some other teams for this faction in case you don't have, the other stuff I just showed. I've done so many videos on, like, purple or brown restrictions. Look up, like, a purple Tower of Doom or a brown Tower of Doom or purple PvP, brown PvP. Other factions that use purple or brown. Like, you could, if you're really smart, you could figure out how to find teams, like, without even watching this video, really. But purple and brown. First thing I think of is Stellarix, Pharaoh Khafru, Guards Avatar, Circuit, and Hadley. So this would be your high-level teams. I showed you one with the Zul'Goth and High King Iron Gut, so that's 1. 2 would be Guards, Avatar, Circuit, and Hadley. You would just use a Leprechaun and like an Essence of Evil or a Wand or something. Then you got Stellarix. Just do your favorite Stellarix team. Probably Pharaoh Khafru. If you do not have, let's do Legendary. So purple and brown for Legendary. You could just use the one dude. Do Circuit and Hadley with Commander Dawnheart. It's the same concept, just with a different damage dealer. So Commander Dawnheart. There's a mid for you. You got Shoggoth. You can just load up on Shoggoth. You can do like Weapon, Shoggy, Leprechaun or something like that. You could do Shoggoth with Vanaxia. That's always fun. Alright, then if you're low level, there's Vanaxia right there. If you're low level, you got purple, you got brown, you could do triple Cunning Stone Slicer, you could do triple Defiance, Axe of the North, you could do triple Wall of Bones with the Black Manacles, you could do triple Wall of Tentacles with the Black Manacles, you could do Gargoyles, so just do like Weapon, Gargoyle, Leprechaun, Geomancer class, you know? So lots of options there too for low level players. If we were still streaming, I would show the freaking fights, I'm sorry, and make all the teams, but I just don't have time, sorry. Alright, so that was Obsidian Depths. We already went over everything going on this week. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Let's go over the campaign. Sure enough, we recovered the decaying queen's soul. A black dragonian also confessed to help a group of cultists unearth it. What? Also confessed to help a group of cultists unearth it. Shouldn't there be like a comma or something? So it seemed like a cult was responsible. Next we would search for her bones in Hellcrag. Jeez Louise. Okay, we got Soul Grinder, Yellow Slayer, and Brawler. Those are all easy, so no big deal. Weeping Lilium, Portrait. Oh yeah. And then you got Armor as your stat. We could do Underspire. I feel like I'm going so fast and I'm gonna forget something. Alright, so my team, once again, we're going to do this just like we did the faction event. I'm going to just show you what I'm using, and then I'll go over some other stuff. Look at your raid teams, and then take off the raid troop and put something else on there, and you'll be good to go, pretty much. So we got the God's Blood Ruby, Grovanga, CT, and Chernobog. So all I did was take off the raid troop, the Mud Walker, or whatever it's called, and I put on Chernobog. And I think I changed the weapon, because the coloration. I'll show you a fight. It'll be better later on. Like, this team will be better later because we got an instant kill. Grovanga is kind of annoying because it only hits certain... and like, you can't hit every single enemy every single time, but it does get an extra turn, so that kind of makes up for it. Let's kill this person with skulls. Got a big old extra turn here. Got Grovanga. They got red. They got brown. Got a purple extra turn, though. Got a red one. And let's go ahead and do this on like red or something. Let's do this. Get all the gargoyle gems are blowing up. Like, this will get better and better as you go. Now they're dead. So early on, you might want to use something like Tourmaline instead of Grovanga, and then maybe switch into Grovanga later. I just like that it has an extra turn on it. Ooh, I went to a dead end. Nice. There was like 2 choices where it was the same level or something. Here's the team code. And let's go over some other things you could be using, which is going to be very similar to the raid event. You just take off the raid troop. So if you are mid-level, Dragonstone Guardian, Obsidian Axis. Just throw Chernobog on the bottom and use a weapon. Either, probably not, well, you could use, well, not Obsidian Libram. Use this one. So anyway, do this. That'd be good for mid, right? And this is an underworld troop, so almost everybody should have it. If you're doing Underspire, which a lot of people give themselves excuses not to do it, so I doubt there's a lot of beginners out there even doing it. So I always feel like it's a waste of time even making a low-level team. Most people should have Obsidian Axis. So if you don't have the Dragonstone Guardian, just double up on Obsidian Axis, and maybe do Obsidian Axis and Onyx Gargoyle or something. But yeah, if you're a low-level player, I just did like Onyx Gargoyles, or Craghound Onyx Gargoyle, or something like that. You know, something like that would be cool. Like, all your mana generation is on your weapon, but if you have Chernobog, definitely plug it in on the bottom or something. You can use, here you could use Obsidian Libram instead of this weapon as well. So that's mostly what you're going to be doing, some sort of mix of those. So CT if you're high level. If you're mid-level, Obsidian Axis. If you're low-level, Onyx Gargoyle. Pretty simple. So that is that. Alright, Epic Trials. Also need to go over, like, the class event, I guess. Right, we got Hellcrag. Trials. I don't know if I'm going to do the fight, but I'll explain it to you. We got Chalcedony. This used to be so much easier back when she was a really good loopy troop. She still is pretty good, though, when you have all constructs on your team, so just you could try to use her, you know, like try to loop with her and stuff. Like, it should work 75% of the time or something like that. So she's got 50% skull reduction. She has a 25% chance to summon a Stone Me fight when she dies. She has a chance to loop here. Chernobog in second slot. Gonna just have 50% skull reduction in case she dies. Blowing up tons of brown, making a brown storm. At the, perpetual brown storm, so the entire time you're going to have a brown storm with Chalcedony. Craghound, kind of just there for backup, extra damage, putting evil gargoyle gems on the board so you can blow them up with Chernobog. Another 50% skull reduction troop. And then Petrified Golem, I think the only real strategy in this is that keep everybody barriered. So barrier a random ally for each brown gem destroyed. And there should not be a lack of brown gems. So try to hit 4 brown gems every time. 3 or 4. And you should be good. You're going to have barrier the entire time. You're going to be semi-looping. And then, you know, you got lots of skull reduction. Like, if somebody dies, the next guy's going to step up with 50% skull reduction. And, yeah, you're really hard to kill. There's a chance for a summon, too, right here. You know, it's a lot. It should be pretty easy. I don't see anybody. And, like, the enemy team, this thing sucks. This thing sucks. You know? This thing, yeah, 50% of the enemy team sucks, and your team's just amazing with everything having skull reduction, potential looping, so much mana generation. You're going to have a barrier the whole time. Like, you should be good. Just keep that barrier on, and you should be good. So that was Epic Trials. All right, what are we going to do now? Let's do, I guess class event. I'll see what I can come up with for that. This week we have Geomancer, right? Go over here, Geomancer, customize, class info. So we do, it's Hellcrags from constructs from Hellcrags. So pretty much the same thing we've been doing all week. It's not that big of a difference. So if I go in here, let's go to open slot. Come on, stop. What are you doing? Open slot. No, not reorder. What are you doing? Like, what is happening? Why can't I figure out? There we go. Stupid. Alright. So we get on to Hellcrag. This is if you want to prepare beforehand. Or, hey, I'm just going to show you a team right now. Hellcrag Constructs. This is what you're going to have to choose from. What is going on? Oops. Went the wrong one. I should cut that stuff out, but I probably won't. So yeah. I mean, you have access to every single weapon, right? So you could do the ruby weapon. The ruby weapon. That's the cool thing about the class event, is you can always use the ruby weapon. So get your ruby weapon. Wherever it is. Okay, troops. And then you could go with, is Chalcedony in here or not? No. Or Chernobog? Why not? Dust Storm. Blowing up stuff. And then you could look for something that's just like giving you extra mana or something like that. So let's look through them all. Just look at their traits and see if they give you extra mana for any color you're actually using on your weapon. Green mana there? Nope. Oh, what was that? Brown right there. You could just put a Clay Fiend, which is a Glory Shop troop, so right here you got Chromite, Sphinx, and that should do it. So that would be the team here. I'd probably just put Chernobog in second slot because we might actually use it. And these two, like, who cares? And then just do banner like brown. Something with your weapon. So brown, blue. Brown, blue minus... it's either yellow or purple. Like, I really don't care. I don't mind. Let's do yellow. Like, who cares about Chromite? Sphinx is just there for that trait. Class, Geomancer, and that would be your class event team. Shart. Dang it. Keep going to all the wrong stuff here. And I know it works, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to have a 50% start. You just match brown, you match blue, you match red on the first turn. You'll get full mana pretty much. You cast it, you win. But prioritize matching brown for sure. If you do not have the ruby weapon, you could do the same exact thing, but with black manacles. So that's what I'm going to recommend. Like, what's the point of doing any other thing? Do one or the other. Ruby weapon or black manacles. Everybody has one or the other. Should be fine. It's just the class event. Takes 10 minutes. Nobody's going super deep in that. All right, do we have anything else to go over? I don't think so, right? I think that's it for the... You guys let me know, though, in the comments if I forgot to go over something. I did Epic Trials, I did Underspire, I did Soulforge, Vinky Drop Table, Glory Shop, Trait Stone. I think we're good, y'all. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. Make sure to go watch that raid video. Like, be cool. Man, if you're listening right now, like, you're willing to wait for me, which I really appreciate. Shout out to DC United for the super thanks, man. That means a lot to me, dude. And all the members out there, like, I'm not forgetting about you guys. It means a lot to me. We're going to see who the real deal members and centers are and, like, you know, coming soon. Because we're not going to have, like, gifted memberships going out to everybody now. So if you're a member, you're a real member. Okay? So we'll see here in the next month or so who the real members are. The centers of the round table. All right. And hey, if you got gifted, that's cool too. I'm not saying that's any worse or anything like that. I'm just, you know, shout out to the people that support the channel. I'm just trying to give them extra love. All right, y'all. You guys have a good one. You're the best. See you next time, which is probably going to be like Friday, just so you know. New Mythic faction expansion for Hellgate. So I'll see y'all there with teams for both of those and a key opening. So have a great day. We'll see ya. Peace out.